Welcome back to Advent of Code 2021, day 10. Let's jump right into it. Is this... Yeah, it looks like we're traveling around the coast. No, this is underwater. This is a profile. We're going down into a cave underwater. Right. Day 10, syntax scoring. Oh god, it's a parentheses problem. Gotta love parentheses problems. Alright. You ask the submarine to determine the best route out of the deep sea cave, but it only replies, syntax error in navigation subsystem online, all of them. All of them? The damage is worse than you thought. You bring up a copy of the navigation subsystem. Yikes. Okay, make a copy of that. The navigation subsystem syntax is made of several lines containing chunks. There are one or more chunks on each line. And chunks contain 0 or more other chunks. Adjacent chunks are not separated by any delimiter. If one chunk stops, the next chunk can immediately start. If every chunk must open and close with one of 4 legal pairs of matching characters. Okay. So that is a chunk. An empty chunk. That is a chunk. That's a chunk containing 1 chunk. That's a chunk containing 3 separate chunks. Alright, fine. I get it. Some lines are incomplete, but others are corrupted. Find and discard the corrupted lines first. A corrupted line is one where a chunk closes with the wrong character. That is, where the characters it opens and closes with do not form one of the 4 legal pairs listed above. Alright. Examples of corrupted chunks include that, and that. Okay, so you close with an invalid character. Okay. So if you're going from left to right, you use a stack here, I guess. You want to keep track of what the last opened chunk was, so you know what is needed to close it. And there's only one possible character at any time that will close it, but you could receive an opening of a new chunk, and that will go on the stack. This is a stack problem. So those 5 are corrupt. Stop at the first incorrect closing character on each corrupted line. Okay, so we do want to go from left to right. Did you know that syntax checkers actually have contests to see who can get the high score for syntax errors in a file? It's true. To calculate the syntax error score for a line, take the first illegal character on the line and look it up in the following table. Okay. What is the total syntax error score for those errors? Alright, so there's... Alright. Interesting. Shouldn't be too hard. Sometimes these parentheses problems can be quite tough. This one looks like this is... Well, we still have part 2 coming up. All right. Okay. All right, so score for part 1. So we probably want a method just define get what define check chunk given a string, and basically it returns none if it's valid, and the first character that's invalid. What if it starts with a closed character? I mean, that would also count as invalid. It does. There, look, that happens. So it can start with the first character. Okay. How do we do this? We need a stack. Chunk openings. Last. So you could start a chunk at the start and close that chunk here, and then start a new, and then have an invalid character. So we need to check what the last character is. Last opener, and it's going to be none if there's nothing there. Else it's going to be this. So it's always going to be what's at the end, and if it's none, that's important too, because that means any closing character is invalid. Let's say openers equals so it's we'll just say the closers is that and curly. We'll do them in order that they describe them. Okay, so that's closers. So basically what we do is for character in S, that is in the for loop. Do it every turn. All right, so first we check if it's invalid, because that's just immediately ends the function. So if car in closer, so if it's a closer, hang on. What we need is a map. That maps each bracket to its correct bracket. So it's going to be like that to that. That to that. That to that. To that. Then we don't really need this. So last opener equals none else. This is going to be. So yeah, if character in, so let's say pairs dot values, those are the closers. So if we received a closer, if last opener is none or is not equal to the corresponding closer, then that's invalid. So we return car. Otherwise, this is a correct closer. So we basically close the last opener. So we say chunk openings dot pop, just discard it, and we move to the next most recent chunk that was opened. Else so if we're in the else, that means it's an opener, and that's always valid. So we just have to do chunk openings dot append car. That's the loop. Now, when we run through all of these, if we still have something in chunk openings, then it's invalid, isn't it? But I don't think we're yeah, look, that happens there. What happens in that case? What do we do? So they said, oh, you ignore the incomplete ones. Okay. So, just make a note because we may have to come back to this. All right. So, online in f.read lines, car equals check chunk dot strip score 1 plus equal. So it's basically going to be scoring system is 3 points for that. 25137. 2517. So just an inline scoring function. I mean, you could put this outside because you don't want to redefine it every time, but it's minimal computation. And then, oh, what do we do in none? Can you even hash none? I don't think so. I don't know what happens. We'll see if that works. Otherwise, we just have to say, yeah, I guess it does hash. 388713. Correct. So that was faster than I thought it would be. Yeah, it was an easy part one, just looks scary. When you see a whole bunch of brackets, that's always scary. Alright, now discard the corrupted lines. The remaining lines are incomplete. Alright. Incomplete lines don't have any incorrect characters. Instead, they're missing some closing characters at the end of the line. To repair the navigation subsystem, you just need to figure out the sequence of closing characters that complete all open chunks in the line. Oh, that's easy. That's just the stack reversed. Okay, so we've already got a method to do this. Hello, Echo Clone. Thanks for the good luck. Oh yeah, I saw that you finished just short of just after 5 hours, as did a bunch of people, I think. In Plants vs Zombies, it is really a 5-hour game, isn't it? Everybody's so close. Alright, so we know how to close the parentheses. Start with a 0, multiply the total score by 5, and then add these. Okay. So that's just the example. The winner is found by sorting all of the scores and then taking the middle score. So the winner is the median guy. That's interesting. Okay. I think I know what to do. So we already have a method for working out if something's corrupt. So here is where we deal with incomplete. You should really make 2 different methods for this, but we can just kind of squeeze logic into one method. So if we return a character, that means it's corrupt. If we return a list, that means it's incomplete. And then we'll have to do a type check here. It's a bit naughty, you shouldn't do that, but check equals check chunk if check. Python is lots of fun. I recently implemented parts of a custom language server in it for work. Yeah, Python is a lot of fun. I've devoted most of my programming life to playing with Python. Although when I worked in a proper job, I mainly used Java. Although we did do Python for machine learning and data analysis and stuff. But yeah, I mainly used Java and I think Haskell at some point as well. No, not Haskell, Scala. If check, how do you check a type? If check is car, should it be like car? I don't know. No. It's is instance, isn't it? Is instance. Check dot is instance. Oh, that might work. Check dot is instance car. C capitals. All right, I'm gonna have to look this up. Python check if type of thing is. Oh, whoa, car. What am I missing? Car. It's string, not car. Oh my god. There's no such thing as car. String. No. No, str is a method. It's that, right? No. Is instance. Okay, is instance is correct, but. Oh, it is str, but. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, because you're using str to cast things to string. But that's not. It's not a method, it's a class. That's just the class constructor it's calling. That makes sense. So we do that. Else, it's a list, then we do this. Right, so... Hello, DJ. So, if we've reached this point, that means it's incomplete. So, that's stack reversed. So we just return but we need to take the corresponding close brackets. So it's going to be as x for x in chunk openings, and then just reverse it. So down here we get a list. I think we just want to for x in check score to plus equal so we've got another scoring thing. It's going to be like this. No none, and this time it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. Check is instance string. List object has no attribute is instance. What? But... Oh no, this is not how you use this instance. But I mean, you can use it that way, but that's a local method of string. You should do it like this. Like that. No. What? Apparently not. Oh no, I is not capital. There we go. $1597. Oh no, I'm not finished. Now we need to find the median. Python doesn't use camel casing. It does for methods of classes, but I think for this one is a special method. It's like a global built-in routine that isn't a member of a class, so I guess it follows that convention. But if it were check.isInstance, which is also a... Oh yeah, that's true. They're not using camel casing. Yeah, no, they don't for methods, I guess. Yeah, I guess for the built-in methods in Python they don't, but when you write Python, for your own methods, I guess you do. I suppose that also is just one way to distinguish them. But I mean, that's just a convention. Some people might not use camel casing when they're writing Python. So this score, we need to put it in this list. And then scores to.sort, we sort it. And then we print scores to... How to get the median, just to divided by 2. Can't be right. Oh! I don't know. That's wrong. Hello, Maro. I think I'm about to finish this problem. We need to sum up the scores of this individual check. So we just need like score equals 0. That, and then we put the final accumulated score outside of the for loop into scores. There we go. Double / is divide, but integer divide, so it rounds down to the nearest integer. Single / would be floating point divide, so like 0.5 or whatever. $34 seems... Yeah. Oh, well, these are small numbers, so yeah, 34 sounds about right. No, it does actually seem too small because these were big. Oh! I forgot to multiply by 5. Okay. Yeah. So here we do score multiply by 5 and then add that number. All right. There we go. Nice and big. Yeah, 34 is way too small because it's easy to just brute force it then. "15 seconds. There we go. There's a time on submitting. There's always been a timer on submitting. I mean, how many did I submit? So I think, so when you first submit a wrong answer, there probably isn't a timer. And then when you submit a second one, they probably add like a half a minute or something. Also, like initially they say your answer is too low or too high. In this case, they didn't say anything. It depends on the problem. And then eventually, if you keep submitting stuff, they'll stop telling you whether it's too high or too low. To stop people being able to brute force. Like, you wouldn't think that anyone would really cheat in this when there's nothing to gain from cheating, but they do. It's sad. And a lot of people are using ChatGPT and AI to get to the top of the leaderboards as well, which is one thing that can't be protected against. That's just unavoidable. But Eric has avoided people brute forcing the answers and also using other people's answers, so everyone gets their own input. Although it is possible some people get the same input because there's only a certain number of seeds. But so you're not allowed to post the input on the internet somewhere, like, because if enough people do, then they're all out there. But yeah, there are measures in place to prevent cheating when there's nothing to gain but internet points. Yeah, and it's even more anonymous than most competition sites, because like you make an account and everything, but it's not usually tied to anything. You can tie it to your GitHub, but you don't have to. So it's very little to gain, and yet people do write ChatGPT routines that will, you start the program, it will the moment the problem opens, it will automatically use HTTP calls to actually get the text from the website without opening the browser, and quickly find the solution and submit it before anyone else has even loaded up the page. Because that's important to them. I mean, the argument has been put forward that maybe in this day and age, the global leaderboard is pointless, and people are encouraged to make their own leaderboards, like I have, of people who have joined. There's Umaro down there. But the global leaderboard still exists. I guess they'll keep it because it's legacy. But I think it means whatever people choose it to mean. All those 0 stars, yeah. Amaro's got catching up to do. Alright, so that is day 10.